Coming up on the next episode. I think I am recording. I'm going to lay that down there. What you're looking at is the view from the USB camera. This is the iLife, Mike something Life. I'm not really sure what it is. Not a big fan of doing it this way, but hey, what you know me. I got to try something different every once in a while. So basically, that's what I'm doing. I just want to basically try out this setup. I wanted to use this. I don't know how well you can see this. I'm going to put it up here as my audio, but I can't find the cord. There's a cord that sticks in the bottom. It's plugged into the USB, and that would make this a completely USB solution for this recording. But as it is, I am using the Chemitech, a little pocket recorder. What do you want to call that thing? To do this, and so as such, I can't very well. It won't be all USB, but it'll be kind of close. Let me draw you back a little bit here. Put you down here this way a little bit more. So now you can see the once the image stabilizes, not too bad. You know, it works fairly well. You can see pretty much everything going on. This is on autofocus, obviously. There are ways to change that, but I'm using cheese for this recording, and so, I don't know that that's going to work very well with cheese, but you can find some decent programs or other programs such as OBS Studio that would work with this to make recordings like this. There's other things as well. But for right now, I just wanted to try it out basically and see how well it did work. And so that's what we're seeing as far as that's concerned. I had my, oh, here it is. There you go. Well, you can see that, yeah, you barely see the cursor there moving around on the, that's the bottom of the cheese screen there. I can move that up out of the way and move it over here or whatever, but like I say, it's not a big deal. I just wanted to basically try this out and see how well it worked. I kind of didn't really have a thing to do for making a video for Friday, and this is probably going to be a very short video. I just wanted to try it out again, as I've said now 15 times. I thought about working on the Monarch, but excuse me. But as I mentioned, I don't have my Variax supply up, and I don't like powering things. Well, again, I don't like powering things without monitoring the current, and also the isolation of the Variax that I have is helpful as well. Now I could hook it up just to the Variac that's underneath those files that you see laying there. I'll move those so you can see. There's the not the Variac, but the isolation transformer, and I could use that. That would give me the isolation I wanted, but that's going to give full line voltage to it, and with no monitoring of the current. So I don't like doing that. I don't know what else. I've got so many different things I could be working on here, and I could be this over here device that I've made the bezel for, or whatever you want to call that, panel. I could be wiring that up. It's actually all the RCAs are wired up except for the speakers. I've got to put some connectors there to make those easy enough to take apart without taking the speakers down. And I think I'm going to put the speakers back up top like they were before, and that's how I will set that up. I also don't have the power plugged into it, so again, that's, like I say, it just is what it is right now. It's not being utilized at all, and none of that stuff is really. I thought about just taking one of these Go Greens things that I bought, and taken, use those to just plug into regular for right now before I get the bench wired, and that would work out well. I could just run it over here to this power strip over there and then power everything off of that, and I'd still have a switch on the power strip if I need to turn it off for some reason. But I may do that. I like I said, I've got this has got to be wired. Every time I say this, I can't find it. I need to remove this from the top, from the Don's tester. That's Don's tester underneath there. I need to remove that, and I'll get to test and see how well that glue holds, because that's all I use to glue that, to put that in there. That's not a big deal if I need to take it out. Well, the top comes off for one thing, but the adapter itself, I think, comes out of there. I don't think it's screwed in there. I think it's just in there in oh, yeah. Well, I don't have it. That didn't make it come out. It just took out those wires. But again, I think it's just a slip fit. In fact, I know it is. I got to figure out some way of getting it out though. So that anyway, I could make another little box if I needed to, and put that in there. That would work out rather well too. So either way I go with that, I'm okay. I think. See, that camera likes to focus when you do stuff like this to it. So, but anyway, that's what I'm considering doing, and I don't know. I've had a little malaise going here. You know how I am. Just didn't feel like doing it. After doing the panel, doing the boxes for the filament transformer and the LM386. That's quite a bit. Oh, that's the other thing. I did get a couple items in the mail for testing on the BDST. Let me get this keyboard out of the way and show you those. There is the BDST. Now that's the old one, the JFET model, and I just happened to find it laying around here, and I thought, well, maybe I'd use that for something, but I don't know. Here's the one, the current BDST, right here. And what I want to do is take this off and attach a 3.5 millimeter jack to accommodate this. If I can get it out of here, which I got in the mail. These are obviously 3.5 millimeter. This is a braided type cable. It's a very flexible cable. This is what we're considering using for the probe on the BDST. I think it would make a very much easier item to move around and handle. But anyway, what I started to say was I got to take this off here and put a 3.5 millimeter stereo jack in there so I can plug that in and do the same thing on the probe end, and that's what I want to do. What I'd like to do is set up a standard with the BDST and basically do testing with it as is right now. In other words, provide a certain level voltage input to the probe and measure the output on the other end, the speaker end, and see exactly what gives the best gain factor and things like that. I think that would be an excellent way of testing. And for that, I probably will use the little mini oscilloscope that I bought, and I think it gives a voltage reading, pretty sure. So we could measure the voltage input and we could measure the voltage output and get an idea of what we're looking at, and then go with a certain level on the input and then measure the outputs, various outputs. By you would have to leave the voltage control as it is. In other words, whatever level it's set on, halfway up, say, or whatever, and leave that there, and then do all your testing from there. But I think take this off and then put the other on. See if the voltage drops, if the output drops, or if the gain goes down, whatever you want to call it, and that way give us some idea of what the difference would be between that BNC and this type of connector. So, I think that's the way to go, or at least it is to me. I think it is. So that's what I've got planned to do on that, and that's been in the works, but I'm trying to get a few of these other things set up as well so that I'll have a better testing facility here. I'd actually kind of like to use my big scope, the new one I got. I've never used that yet, and I kind of like to use that for that, and I might do that. But for one thing, this place has to be cleaned up, and I really mean it. It needs cleaning bad. But anyway, like I said, this is what I'm doing today, and just kind of I walk into the room and I see the mess, and I walk right back out. Yeah, it's not good. So I think I'm gonna try to put this together and see if it works all right, and if it does, then that'd be good. But I don't know. I just kind of run to play with it. Jay-Z over at Radio Fixer. That's what he does. He uses this type of a method, I believe, for his recordings, as well as Jim Lindendaz does this as well. Now, I'm not a big fan of it, mainly because it's a little restrictive, I think. You're tied to a cord for one thing. You're tied to a computer for another thing. You can't very well go out on the road with this with this setup and do things. So, but again, it's not too bad. Oh, what I was showing you is things that was arriving in the mail. I forgot that. This is one of them. There's two cables like this. Oh, look at that. Ain't that neat? That's kind of neat with it moves. But this is the other item I got in the mail, and you can see, I think there, if it'll focus, yeah, that's the MC1350 IF amplifier that Don used with his build on his proximity AM transmitter. And both Bob and I are building one of those, and I have other items out for delivery today. One of them is my order from Mike's Electronic Supply. And those items will be coming in today. And the battery, you guys may recall the battery for the little RCA transistor radio that I bought that requires the 4-volt battery. Those batteries and charger will be here today as well. They are out for delivery. So, things are coming in, and I think my next step ought to be just clean up the bench, get things where they got to go, and that should help me out a lot as far as being able to come in here and not want to walk out the other door. So, may do that, and we'll see. But I think that's going to wrap me up for today. I just kind of a flap, I guess, is what it is. Maybe a Friday flap. I don't know. Again, I want to recap on the Kodak ZI-8. To me, it's not well suited for bench use. Now, it's not bad for close-ups on the bench, but as far as the rest of it's concerned, I'm not really sure I like it. I think my Canon works better for all around on the bench work. It will do close-ups, it will do far-aways, it will do in-betweens. And that's where the in-between is where the Kodak kind of falls short. And so, anywho, that's that. I did a little demo, and I'm going to put that in here. It's really short. I'll put that in here and show you what I was playing around with. But I did a little stop motion type stuff, and it's not really that stop motion, but it's kind of neat. I'll put that in here and show you what that is. So. Alright, well, you've seen the little stop motion demonstration now, so like I say, it wasn't much. I've got ideas to do stuff like that, but I want to get some things set up before I do that. And so there you go, and that's going to do me for today. In case I didn't tell you, it is Thursday morning, 10:41 now is the time, so I kind of like to put that in there sometimes or somewhere and let you know what time I make the recording. So, all right, you guys have a great day. Thanks for watching, and we will see ya.